Councillor Nicholas. Councillor Cooper.
There's one part of me that really enjoys this particular debate because we sit in the council chamber and a group of people who normally spend their entire time extolling the virtues of why we've got to have such a low council tax, hard-pressed local taxpayers and so on and so forth, suddenly turn into a group of people who say that it's absolutely essential that we charge people £433 extra a year, £6,271 being the average rent, and so on and so forth, which dwarfs the amount that we charge our local taxpayers by some considerable margin. We've got 185 million in our HRA account, whoopee-dee. Now, there would be more, of course, but the reason there isn't is not because, as Councillor Tom was trying to explain, that we need to keep our rents so high so that we can pay central government to send the money up north. No, the reason we're sending the money up north is because our rents are so high. If our rents were lower, our contribution to the HRA centrally would have been much less over the years. Of course, that might have led to a slightly smaller HRA reserve, but 185 million is, after all, really quite a lot of money, bearing in mind we only now have 17,000 properties. You can do the math as to how much that is per property. Now, it was either Councillor Tom or Councillor Nichols who was talking about you get what you pay for. Well, I don't think that's true for our council tenants. They pay an awful amount of money. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, HQN stands for the Housing Quality Network. Not only does Wandsworth go off into the corner of all of their graphs as having the highest rents by absolutely miles in the country, we also share the rather bizarre distinction of spending the least on our properties. So contrary to everything that Councillor Nichols was just saying about our fantastic prudence and investment in our properties, it simply ain't true. That's the other reason why there's 185 million in the HRA reserve, because we charge very high rents and we don't spend very much of them on repairing and doing up our properties. Moving to the idea that our rents need to reflect market rents, so-called affordable rents, well, of course, we're actually in the position where we're already, having to say that we won't put our rents up by 80% because they would be breaching the limit rents. And so we've agreed, you have even agreed from your side, that we'll actually put them up by less than that. And Councillor Carpenter's points about why on earth would we want to put our rents up even more, and there are councils across the country of all political parties who are going to be bailed out as they buy out of the HRA. Very selective little list there from Councillor Nichols. That list could go in either direction. It's nothing to do with political control where you find yourself on the buyout. But it is ridiculous that we are talking about putting up our rents this year at all. We should be trying to negotiate a very small increase, if any increase at all. Our rents are the highest in the country. We should not be proud of that. We should see that as a matter of considerable shame that we are overcharging people hugely and then not even keeping their properties in proper repair. Thank you.